Welcome back, students. In this video we will discuss about the moments of what? Moments of geometric distribution. Alright, I will tell you how to find moments directly without MGF and cumulant function by using this moment method. Firstly, what is mu1? Mu1 dash. What is the formula for this mu1 dash? Expectation of what? X. Okay, that will be open as summation x from 0 to infinity x into probability of x. What is probability of x in this case? Summation x from 0 to infinity x into q raised to power x p. Okay, this is your complete function for mu1 dash. Now p, take out common x from 0 to infinity x q raised to the power x. This is your function. Now in this case, now what you will happen, series will form which is both arithmetic series and geometric series. Okay, so I will tell you the way ki how will we proceed in such type of series. We will take help from the geometric progression series and then further we will proceed. Okay, so firstly let us open the summation. When you open that summation, you will get mu1 dash is equal to summation. When you open, you will get p into में x from 0. First term will be 0, 0 into 1, 0. Second term will be 1 q plus 2 q square plus 3 q cube plus 4 q raised to the power 4 and so on. Now tell me, this is both geometric and arithmetic series. How geometric? 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3. For every numeric term you are adding 1 in the previous term, that is you are having a constant d which is 1. So this is the AP series. Now how it is GP series? First में q is 1, second में q square. Every next term may you are multiplying with the q also, so it is a GP series in that sense. So it is both AP and GP series. So how will we proceed in such type of series? Let us assume S infinity is equal to q plus 2q square plus 3q cube plus 4q 4 and so on. Okay. Now, what is the common difference in GP case? In GP case, common difference is your q. So, multiply by that q. S infinity is equal to q square, 2q cube and so on. Now, subtract this term minus this term. Q will be as it is, this minus this, plus 2 minus 1, 1 q square as it is. This subtract this. 3 minus 2 will be 1 q cube as it is. 4 minus 3 will be 1 q4 as it is, q5 as it is and so on. Now this AP and GP series is converted totally into geometric series. How will you find out the sum? Sum is A by में 1 minus R. तो S infinity is equal to Q by में 1 minus Q का square. P plus Q is equal to 1. तो here you have Q by में P का square. Okay, this is your formula value of S infinity. Now mu1 dash will be P into S infinity. P Q upon में P square which is Q by में P. So how, what is your mean? Mean is q by में p. This is your mean. The most important thing is here कि how will you proceed for such type of series. That way I told you, except that way everything is easy. Now for mu2 dash. For mu2 dash you have, what is the formula for mu2 dash? Summation x square x from 0 to infinity into px. Okay. तो x square के लिए there is some problematic point. So what will we do? We will broke this. It will be summation x from 0 to infinity. X को I can write x into x minus 1 plus x into px. What is px? Q raised to the power x into p. Okay, this will be equal to summation x from 0 to infinity, open the bracket, x minus 1 q की power x into p plus summation x from 0 to infinity x into q raised to the power x into p. This you already solved. What is the answer of this part? Answer of this part is q by p. So here take out p common, summation x from 0 to infinity x minus 1 plus q by p. Name it as 1. Now I will solve this part and then I will combine with this one. Okay, for that I am erasing firstly. See, mu2 dash is equal to p summation x from 0 to infinity x minus 1 into में x q raised to the power x will also come there. Okay, into q raised to the power x. Now what I am doing, at x equals to 0 this term will be 0, at x equals to 1 at that point also 1 minus 1 will be 0, this term is again 0. Now at x equals to 2, from x equals to 2 this term start existing. So what I am doing, I am taking the power of, I am breaking the power of this q. Okay, so I am taking out this q square with p outside and then I am solving the complete term. If you don't want to take out this q square common, you may leave it. Okay, you can solve it directly with the power x, but in the end you have to take out that q square common, so I am taking in the first step directly. Okay, x minus 1 into q की power x minus 2. And now open the summation. When you open that summation, now you will get q square p as it is. Yes, summation will start from 2. So 2 minus 1 plus 3 into 2 q plus 4 into 3 q square plus 5 into 4 q plus 6 into 5 q4 and so on in this way. Alright. So I am taking out this 2 common from here. What I will get, 2 q square p 1 plus 3q plus 3 to the 6 6q square plus 5 to the 10. I have taken out that 2 common. 3 5 the 15 q 4 and so on. Okay. Now how will I solve that series? Series s infinity is 1 plus 3q plus 6q square plus 10q plus 15q raised to the power 4 and so on. Now multiply this series with q, because every term is increasing by q in geometric form, so I am multiplying by q. q into s infinity is equal to q plus 3q square plus 6q plus 10q की 4 plus 15q की 5 and so on. Okay, so from here what I am getting, now subtract 1 minus q into s infinity. When you subtract 1 as it is, because the power of q should be same when you subtract any term having numeric constant and a variable constant. So at that time power of the variable constant should be same, only then you can perform addition or subtraction. So here power of this q is 0, no term is having q power 0 in this series, so it will come as it is. Now 3q minus q 2q, 6q minus 3 q square plus 4q plus 5q की 4 plus 6q की 5 and so on will be your series. Now it is same like that we discussed in mu1 dash part. Okay, again by which number it is increasing in GP series? q. So multiply this complete term by q. You will get q plus 2q square plus 3q cube plus 4q की power 4 plus 5q की power 5 and so on. So now again subtract from this one. It will be 1 minus q minus q, 1 minus q is complete as infinity. It will be 1 as it is, 2q minus q, q square, q cube, q raised to the power 4 and so on. Okay, what is the sum of this infinite GP series with common difference q? That will be a by में 1 minus common difference. From here I am taking 1 minus q common, तो अंदर क्या रहेगा 1 minus q into s infinity. तो s infinity is equal to 1 upon में 1 minus q का q which is 1 by में p cube. Now put this in that mu 2 dash form here. Now when you put that in this mu 2 dash, so you will get, I am doing here, mu 2 dash will be p into 1 by में p cube, or not p only, because mu 2 dash will be 2q square p. Here what is coming, I am putting the value here, 2q square p, not there, okay, into this term plus में q by में p. So it will be 2q square by p square plus q by में p. Now how will I calculate the variance? Variance mu 2 will be mu 2 dash minus mu 1 dash का square. Variance mu 2 dash 2q square by p square plus q by p minus mu 1 dash का square which is q square by p square. तो 2q square by p फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड टर्म में से q by p as it is, फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड टर्म में से q square by p square I am having. Now when I solve this term I will get, I am doing here, when I solve this term I will get, take the LCM first. The LCM will be your p square, है ना, here only p, तो multiply by p this term plus p square same, तो directly q square, q p plus q upon में p square. I told you in the definition कि p plus q is equal to 1. So here it will be q by में p square which is your variance mu 2. Alright. Only these two moments mu 1 dash and mu 2 we will calculate by this method also. Because mu 3 dash में it will, you have to proceed in the same way, but 3 times you have to do this thing. Mu 4 dash में 4 times you have to repeat this thing in the same way, but the way is same. Okay.